Search engine optimization isn't what it used to be. While business owners once stuffed keywords into every paragraph hoping to climb Google's rankings, AI has fundamentally changed how search engines understand and evaluate content. Smart entrepreneurs are adapting their content strategies to succeed in an AI-driven search landscape. So rather than chasing individual keywords, they're focusing on comprehensive topic coverage. They're demonstrating expertise and they're providing genuine value to their audience. The businesses that understand this evolution are going to capture more qualified traffic. They're going to build stronger authority in their industries, and they're going to create lasting relationships with their customers. Hi there, it's Adrian from Numero Uno Web Solutions. And in this video, I'm going to reveal 4 killer strategies to create content that resonates with AI systems while genuinely serving your audience's needs to not only help you survive in the new AI SEO landscape, but to thrive in it. So let's go. Okay, so artificial intelligence has transformed how search engines process and understand content. Google's algorithms now use machine learning to grasp context, intent, and meaning rather than simply matching keywords to queries. So this evolution has profound implications on how small businesses should approach content creation. Modern AI systems can identify when content truly addresses a user's question versus when it simply includes relevant keywords without substance. They evaluate the depth of information, the logical flow of ideas, and how well content satisfies the complete search intent behind a query. So for a business owner, this means that your content strategy must shift from keyword optimization to concept optimization. So that means instead of asking what keyword should I target, you should be asking what concepts, problems, and questions does my audience care about, and then how can I address them comprehensively? Essentially, how am I solving their problems? And this fundamental shift creates opportunities for smaller businesses to compete with larger competitors by focusing on quality, expertise, and user value rather than simply having the biggest content budget. Now, there are 2 critical concepts that are reshaping how successful businesses approach search optimization. And those are AEO, which is answer engine optimization, and GEO, generative engine optimization. And let's get into each one. First, AEO. This focuses on optimizing content to appear in direct answer formats such as featured snippets, voice search results, and those AI-generated responses at the top of the search queries. So when someone asks a question, search engines increasingly provide immediate answers rather than just a list of links, like those blue links that you see all the time. And for entrepreneurs, this means structuring content to directly answer specific questions your customers ask. So instead of writing broadly about marketing strategies, create content that answers things like, what's the most cost-effective marketing strategy for a local restaurant? Or how can small businesses measure marketing ROI with limited budgets? Now, for generative engine optimization, or GEO, that involves optimizing content for AI systems that generate responses by synthesizing information from multiple sources. So that's when ChatGPT, Perplexity, or other AI tools answer questions. They're going to draw from various content sources to create comprehensive responses. So to succeed with GEO, your content needs to be authoritative, well-cited, and thorough enough that AI systems recognize it as a valuable source worth referencing. And this requires a deeper level of expertise and research than traditional SEO ever demanded. So if you remember from previous videos I did about Google's EEAT framework, it's now more important than ever. So Google's EEAT guidelines, and once again, if you don't remember, EEAT stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. That's going to provide a roadmap for creating AI-friendly content that genuinely serves your audience. And here's a little tip. If you were adhering to the Google EEAT framework like we were for our customers for many years, your content is probably going to start showing up in the AI generated results, whether it's the GEO or the AEO, because we were doing this years ago before, I guess, it really needed to be done before AI got involved. So let's just break these down quickly. Experience, you got to show, you just can't tell. So You need to demonstrate your firsthand knowledge of the topics that you're discussing. That means sharing real examples from your work, case studies, lessons from actual challenges you face. So instead of writing some generic advice about improving customer service, share specific examples. So for example, when we implemented a 24-hour email response policy at our consulting firm, customer satisfaction scores increased by 30% within 3 months. This kind of specific experience-based content helps AI systems recognize your content as valuable and authentic. Then there's expertise. This requires demonstrating comprehensive knowledge of your subject matter. So this doesn't mean using jargon or complicated language, but it does mean providing thorough, nuanced information that only someone with real knowledge could offer. So for example, if you're writing about small business accounting, don't just list the basic tips. Explain the reasoning behind different approaches. Discuss when specific strategies work best and address common misconceptions, because AI systems can detect when content provides superficial coverage versus genuine insight. Authoritativeness, well, that comes from being recognized as a credible source within your industry. So this includes having other reputable sources cite your work, participating in industry discussions, and building a consistent track record of valuable content. So small business owners can build authoritativeness by contributing to industry publications or podcasts, speaking at conferences or events, earning certifications or other credentials that are in their field, building relationships with other recognized experts by maybe having, cross-reference interviews, and consistently producing high quality content over time. And trustworthiness, well, that encompasses accuracy, transparency, and reliability. So this means fact-checking your content, citing credible sources, being transparent about potential conflicts of interest, and maintaining consistent quality standards. And look, for business content, trustworthiness also means being honest about limitations. You might have to acknowledge advice might not apply to all situations, and providing balanced perspectives rather than one-sided promotional content. Like, I could tell you that SEO would work for everybody, that, Numero Uno Web Solutions is a great marketing agency for basically every business, but that's not true. I've actually worked with businesses where it just simply didn't work out. We couldn't make it work. And hey, sometimes that happens. But the fact is this now, clicks don't matter anymore. Traditional SEO focused heavily on click-through rates, driving the traffic to the websites. And traffic remains important, but AI-powered search increasingly provides answers directly in search results, and that's going to change how businesses are going to measure content success. So it's basically a shift from traffic to authority. Modern search algorithms prioritize content that demonstrates genuine authority and provides comprehensive answers. So even if fewer people click through to your website, being recognized as the authoritative source on specific topics builds long-term value for your business. Why? Well, because when AI systems consistently reference your content as a reliable source, your brand gains recognition and credibility that translates into business opportunities beyond direct website traffic. So potential customers may encounter your insights through AI-generated responses, maybe the industry reports that cite your work, or recommendations from other professionals who've seen your content versus from your website. So I guess that's really the gist of it now, but the question is, how do you create AI-friendly content? Well, as I said off the top, there are 4 strategies that you can use. But before I get into those, I want you to remember to do me a favor. Please hit the like button if you're liking this video. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get into those 4 content strategies, starting with number 1, topic cluster development. So instead of creating individual pieces targeting specific keywords, what you're going to do is develop comprehensive topic clusters that cover entire subject areas that your audience cares about. So this is what I want you to do. You're going to identify 3 to 5 core topics central to your business expertise. Research all related subtopics, that's questions and challenges within each area. Then you're going to create what I call a hub page that provides an overview of the entire topic, then other detailed pages addressing specific aspects of the topic, and then I want you to link the related pages together to show topical relationships. And this is something that your agency can do, or somebody, if you have it on staff that handles your content, they should be able to do this. So for example, let's say you have a home renovation business. You could create a hub page titled The Complete Guide to Home Renovation. Then the subtopics might include planning your home renovation, bathroom remodeling tips, kitchen renovation ideas, eco-friendly renovation solutions, and budgeting for your renovation project. Each subtopic would lead to its own dedicated page filled with actionable advice, design inspiration, and answers to FAQs. And then by interlinking these pages, you're going to build a robust content cluster that positions your business as an authority in home renovation while improving your website's SEO and enhancing the experience for potential clients. Strategy number 2 is question-based content structure. So this is where you want to structure content around specific questions your audience asks, but provide comprehensive answers that address related concerns. So the framework is going to be that you're going to start with a specific question, maybe as your headline. Then you're going to provide a direct, clear answer early in the content, then explain the context and reasoning behind your answer, address related questions and concerns, include practical implementation steps, and then anticipate and answer follow-up questions. So let's give me an example here. If you had a law firm and you're answering the question, what should I do after a car accident? That's going to be your headline. Then you're going to have your answer. Immediately following a car accident, ensure your safety, make sure nobody's hurt, call medical assistance, and report the incident to authorities. Next, context and reasoning. Understanding what steps to take after an accident ensures your well-being and protects your legal rights. Many individuals unknowingly harm their cases by not following proper procedures. Then number 3, you're going to address related questions. So for example, should you accept a settlement offer? Should you go through insurance? How soon should you contact a lawyer? What information should you gather at the scene of the accident? So number 4 is practical implementation steps. So that's where you want to include clear actions such as exchanging contact details with other drivers, maybe taking some photographs of the scene, and keeping all medical and repair records. And then finally, anticipate a follow-up question. So discuss additional concerns like the timeline for filing a claim or what to do if the other driver lacks insurance. By structuring content this way, a law firm or any company not only answers client questions, but establishes itself as a trusted resource, building credibility and fostering a connection with potential clients. Okay, strategy number 3 is evidence-based content creation. So support your content with credible sources, data, and real-life examples to build the authority that AI systems look for. So this is where you want to cite recent credible sources for any claims or stats. You want to include links to authoritative industry resources, share specific examples and case studies from your experience, reference other recognized experts when appropriate, and update your content regularly to maintain accuracy and relevance. So for example, if you're a financial planner and you're creating a blog post about strategies for retirement savings, to build authority, you could incorporate recent data from reputable sources such as government reports, trusted financial institutions. Then to personalize that content, you can include a case study of a client who successfully improved their retirement savings plans with your guidance. And you should detail how they optimize contributions, adjusted investments based on their long-term goals, yada, yada, yada. But by blending the credible data, expert resources, and real-life examples, your content becomes more authoritative and useful to both the readers and to AI systems. Okay, and finally, the 4th strategy is a multi-format content development. This is where you create content in multiple formats to maximize its usefulness and accessibility to both human readers and AI systems. So this is where you can write your detailed written guides with your clear structure, headers, tags. Then you can create a video explanation that can be transcribed for text-based AI, maybe a podcast or some audio content with comprehensive show notes, infographics with supporting detailed explanations, and interactive tools or calculators with explanatory content. So let's say you're a personal trainer looking to expand your reach and accessibility. You could develop content in multiple formats to serve diverse audiences and integrate well with AI systems. So for instance, you'd have a written guide called Top 10 Exercises for Building Core Strength. It has like step-by-step instructions and tips. Then you might have a video. It might be a workout tutorial that's demonstrating the core exercise, which can be transcribed into text for accessibility and AI compatibility. Let's say you have a podcast. You can do a discussion on the science of core training with show notes, summarizing key points, and linking to additional resources. Include an infographic, those visual guides that break down the benefits of the muscle groups targeted by each exercise. Maybe you also have an interactive tool, calculator, for personalizing core workout routines based on fitness level, paired with a written explanation of how it works. By diversifying content formats, a personal trainer then can effectively engage a broader audience. They can cater to different preferences, improve discoverability of their expertise across various platforms. And this is not just for personal trainers. This is basically for anybody running a small to mid-sized business. So success with AI optimized content requires consistent effort over time. Building genuine authority and expertise can't be rushed, but the businesses that commit to this approach will see sustained benefits. Remember, rather than publishing large volumes of mediocre content, you should be focusing on creating fewer pieces that truly serve your audience and demonstrate your expertise. Small business that consistently publishes one comprehensive, well-researched piece per week will typically outperform competitors publishing daily, but that's kind of superficial, mediocre content. The transition from keyword-focused to concept-focused content creation represents both a challenge and an opportunity for entrepreneurs and small business owners. So those who embrace this shift early will build sustainable competitive advantages as AI continues reshaping how people discover and consume information. And remember that building content authority takes time. But if your business commits to this approach, they will benefit from the sustained visibility. You're going to get higher quality leads and stronger industry recognition. Look, if you need a helping hand, I'd love to talk to you about it. Feel free to reach out. My email is below. And if you want more detailed information about that Google EEAT framework, then I want you to head over here and check out this video.